I asked an AI to tell me about a novel, The Lantern Court, a prize-winning mystery from the 90s, and it did. The plot, the twist at the end, the year it came out, all of it, delivered without a flicker of doubt. There's just one problem. That book has never existed. And it isn't only that book. That one made-up fact becomes a whole fake cover, and it doesn't stop there. Ask about a court case, and it invents one too. The ruling, the judges, the quotes. Ask for a stranger's birthday, and it hands you a date. Every one of them spoken in the same calm, certain voice it uses when it's actually right. So here's the puzzle. If it doesn't know, why doesn't it just say so? Why make something up? And why so confidently? Today, I want to show you why. And the surprise is that the AI isn't broken, and it isn't lying. It's doing exactly what it was built to do. So exactly that there's a name for what you're watching. It's called a hallucination. Strange word, I know. Give me a few minutes, and it'll feel like the most obvious thing in the world. First, let's clear away the wrong picture. It's tempting to imagine a little mind in there that knows the truth and chooses to hide it. That's not what's happening. Underneath an AI language model is a machine that does one thing. You give it some words, and it hands you back the word that most likely comes next. That's it. That's the whole engine. It doesn't lie, because lying means knowing the truth and saying something else. This machine isn't doing either. It's just filling in the next word. So let's watch it do that. Because once you see it, the whole mystery unravels. Here's the machine, working. Give it a sentence with the end missing. The capital of France is... Now, it doesn't look up an answer. Instead, it fans out every word that could come next, and gives each one a score, a height. How likely is this, the next word? Paris towers over everything else, so it reaches out, grabs the tallest, and writes it in. Then, it does the whole thing again for the word after that. And again. One word at a time, always picking what most likely comes next. That's how it writes everything it ever writes. There's even a name for this one move. Next word prediction. That's the entire trick. And when the answer really is out there in everything it read, the capital of France, the plot of a famous book, the most likely next word is the true one. So it's right. Genuinely, reliably right. But now, watch what happens when the answer isn't there. Ask it something with no clear answer in everything it read. A stranger's birthday. A tiny, obscure fact. Now the fan of next word scores comes up low and flat. Nothing really stands out. But here's the thing. The machine still has to pick a word. That's all it can do. It can't hand you nothing. There's no blank on the menu. So it does the only move it has. It grabs the tallest bar it can find and writes it in. Just as smoothly, just as confidently, and that is a hallucination. It's not a glitch bolted onto the machine. It's the same machine, doing the same thing, reaching for the next likely word, in a place where no likely word is true. Notice what's missing. There's no little gear inside that says, I'm not sure. No key it can press for I don't know. Nothing built it to leave the answer blank. So it never does. Which raises the real question. Why not? Why would we build a brilliant machine and leave out the one button that says I'm not sure? The answer is in how we taught it. And we've been back to this exam room before. To train one of these models, you sit it through millions and millions of questions, like the world's longest test. And every test needs a way to score it. So for a long time, we scored it the simplest way there is. Right answer, 1 point. Anything else, 0. Now think about what that does. Imagine you're the student. A question comes up that you don't know. What's your best move? Writing I don't know scores exactly 0, guaranteed. But taking a guess might just be right. A guess might score you the full point. So on this test, staying silent is the worst thing you can do. And guessing confidently every single time is the winning strategy. Over millions of questions, that lesson sinks in deep. We didn't accidentally build a machine that bluffs. We ran a training that rewards bluffing, and it learned the lesson perfectly. Researchers at OpenAI laid this out in 2025, and it's a little uncomfortable. The machine makes things up not because it's failing the test, but because it's acing the test we wrote. Let's watch that play out with one clean example. Say the machine is asked for someone's birthday, someone obscure, whose date it simply never saw clearly. It has two options. Option 1, say, I don't know, honest, and on our test, worth 0 points, every time. Option 2, guess a date. Now, any single guess is a long shot, about a 1 in 365 chance of landing on the exact day, but 1 in 365 beats a guaranteed 0. So across the whole test, the guesser scores higher than the honest student, every time. And there's a deeper trap here. For a fact the machine only ever saw once, buried in a trillion words, there's often no strong pattern to lean on at all. Researchers found that a big chunk of rare facts like these will get made up no matter how large the model grows. It's not a bug that a bigger AI simply outgrows. So it learns the rule. When you don't know a birthday, pick one anyway, and say it like you're certain. Now, this isn't just a party trick. Remember those made-up court cases from the start? In 2023, a real lawyer in New York used an AI to help write a legal brief. It handed him 6 perfect-looking case citations. Names, quotes, all of it. He filed them in federal court, and every single one of those cases was invented. They didn't exist. The judge fined him $5,000. He wasn't careless about the words. They read beautifully. He trusted a confident machine that had no "I don't know" button. The fluency was real. The facts were not. And telling those two apart is the whole game. So can't we just fix it? Delete the making things up? Keep everything else? Here's the honest catch. And it's a deep one. The exact same machinery that invents a citation is the machinery that invents a bedtime story. When you ask it to write you a poem or brainstorm 10 wild ideas, that's it making things up, and you love it for that. Creativity and confabulation are the same move. They share one dial, so we can't simply switch off the inventing without switching off the imagination. This is why hallucination is so stubborn. It isn't a loose bolt to tighten. It's the flip side of the very thing that makes these models useful at all. We can't delete it, but we can shrink it a lot, with 2 moves. The first, you might remember from our video on RAG. Give the machine the book. Instead of answering a birthday from foggy memory, let it look the fact up first, on a real page in front of it. Now, the most likely next word is the true one, because it's right there to read. Ground it in a source, and the guessing has far less room to happen. The second move is quieter, and it's happening right now. We change the exam. Instead of scoring "I don't know" as a 0, we give it real credit for honesty. And we penalize a confident wrong answer more than an "I'm not sure." Rewrite the test, and you start to raise a model that's allowed to admit doubt. The newest models are beginning to learn exactly that. Same machine, but given the right book and graded on honesty, a very different level of trust. So the next time an AI tells you something with total confidence, and it turns out to be completely made up, you'll know it wasn't lying to you. It's a next word machine. It was built to always fill in the blank, and raised on a test that punished "I don't know," so it never says it. But that's starting to change. And now, when you see it hedge, "I'm not certain, but," or point you to a source, you'll know exactly what that is. It's a machine, finally, learning to leave the answer blank. If this made the idea click for you, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.